I'm Christy. Today I want to talk to you about AJ's birthday. So in the middle of the last series, AJ had a milestone birthday. He turned 21. Now, we hear regularly, Mom, Yumi and Dad are full adults, but not Sean yet. Welcome to Life with AJ. I feel like I blinked a handful of times and suddenly AJ's already a full adult. I'm just not sure how it's possible. So I've talked in previous posts about this whole full adult, half adult thing. Yes, it's a family term, and yes, there's quite a story to go with it. In fact, I have a link to an old post where I give the whole story. You can find a link in the blog. That's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This originally posted in March of 2021. Now, I should warn you that when that post was originally written, I wasn't quite ready to use our names. So I refer to S and A. I think you'll be able to follow it pretty easily, though. And yes, Sean still can be a smart aleck, but he gets his brother. The short answer, if you don't want to read a whole other post, is that at 18, you become a half adult, meaning you're an adult, but you still have limits on what you can do as an adult. On the other hand, 21 is a full adult because those limits are lifted. Now, a friend, who the boys call their sister, argues that we should change it to thirds because it's not really until 26 when you're kicked off your parents' insurance and can rent a car and all the restrictions of being an adult are removed. But we haven't gone that far, yet anyway. For this momentous occasion, we did what we usually do. We played it low-key. The Saturday before his birthday, we took dinner and dessert, pizza and brownies, over to some friends' homes. We hadn't seen them in almost a year, and AJ has requested celebrating his birthday with them several times before. It was a good excuse to catch up with them. Now, on the Saturday after his birthday, we took him to Dig This Las Vegas, where he operated a big excavator. I've got a link to their website in the blog. Again, you can find that at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This is originally from March of 2021. So, Dig This Las Vegas? No, it's not cheap, but it was totally worth it for him. At Dig This Las Vegas, you can rent time on real construction equipment. They have a mini excavator, a big excavator, a bulldozer, and a skid steer. Now, you can check out their website for more specifics, and again, there's links to that in the blog. In a 90-minute session, AJ got to perform several different maneuvers, including the rocking chair, digging a big hole, and driving up the King of the Hill ramp. AJ was alone in the excavator, this one they named Thor, on a headset with an employee giving him specific directions for every step. Now, it was cool because they gave my husband and Sean and I each our own headsets so that we could hear what was being said and we could comment to AJ as well. I've got a bunch of pictures in the blog as well. You can check those out. Now, in true AJ fashion, everything he did was very slow, methodical, and only completed after repeating the directions to the guy telling him what to do. Now, there are a few times he got mixed up or confused, but the guy was very patient and stopped him and talked him through the steps again. Sean and my husband took pictures during the whole thing, and so I took some videos on my phone. In the end, AJ was very happy with this birthday present. We still hear, Mom, I know how to operate an excavator now, huh? On a regular basis. I'm sure it's going to be this way for quite a while. And he can't wait to buy his own excavator now. I asked him where he was going to keep it. On my farm. Well, there you have it. AJ's envisioned future. Time will tell just how accurate that picture is. Now, one of the YouTube channels that AJ follows shows a family visiting Dig This Las Vegas and crushing a car with the machinery. Now, of course, he thinks that's the best thing in the world. So now that's one thing that AJ is looking forward to. We've also offered him a trip out on the bulldozer. So who knows? This may become an annual event for him and us over the next few years. Now, I should also say a few quick words about Dig This Las Vegas. We found out about them from someone my husband works with. And since we're always struggling to find a good gift for AJ, we're always looking for new options and new opportunities. We jumped on this one. I called ahead to see if they thought it was something that someone with special needs could do. The guy I talked to was super helpful and encouraging. He did recommend, though, that we switch from the bulldozer to the excavator. Evidently, the excavator is a bit simpler to operate. So I talked to AJ about it, and he was good switching. So I called back and scheduled a time to go. It was a bit cheaper to call and book over the phone rather than doing it online. It saved an extra online charge. So not a whole lot, but the cheap in me kind of appreciated that. So the employee who gave AJ directions during his session was amazing, like I mentioned before. Incredibly patient. Very specific directions. Never flustered. Knew several different ways to give the instructions if AJ didn't understand right away. And He rolled with all of AJ's side chatter. Overall, I can't say enough good things about this organization. If your loved one is into this kind of thing and is on the higher functioning or comprehension end of the special needs spectrum, I definitely recommend considering this experience for your loved one. As I mentioned above, I suspect that we'll be back at least once more, if not several more times for AJ. And other family members wouldn't mind getting their turn in as well. So my question for you this week is this. How have you celebrated milestone birthdays for your loved one? I'd love to hear about them. You can leave me a comment below, or you can leave me a comment over on the blog. Again, that's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This is from March of 2021. Maybe your comment will give me more ideas for AJ, which I will be very grateful for. I'm so grateful for the 21 years that I've had with AJ, and I'm looking forward to many more so that I can continue to say that life is good, and there is never a dull moment.